Hello and welcome back to the Inns of Court Armoured Car Regiment channel. Today we'll be covering the Regiment Organisation from June 1944 till May 1945. This covers their entirety of their active participation in the Northwest Europe campaign. However, today we'll only be covering the regiment's upper echelons organisation. This included the Regiment Headquarters, the Headquarters Squadron consisting of the Headquarters Troop, the Intercomm Troop, the Admin Troop and the AA Troop. We will not be covering the 4 Sabre Squadrons and the Matador Squadron in this video, as they have already been covered in their own self-respecting videos for separate segments of timeline during their activity within Northwest Europe. So, jumping in with the Regiment Headquarters, this included 3 Staghound armoured cars, 3 jeeps, 3 staff cars, 1 white scout car used by the medical officer, and 5 motorcycles. The Headquarters Squadron consisted of the following: a Headquarters Troop which had 1 staff car and 1 1500 weight troop, an Intercomm Troop which had 13 Humber scout cars, 1 1500 weight truck and 1 motorcycle. Now, in the records, some of the records just say they had 13 scout cars. Other records do indicate they were Humbers. So whether they were Humbers or Dingoes can be a little bit up to debate, although I'm pretty certain they were Humbers in this case. Also, the Headquarters Squadron included an Admin Troop which had 1 water cart, 11 3-ton lorries, 1 staff car, 5 1500 weight trucks, 1 30 weight lorry and 5 motorcycles. Last but not least, an AA Troop, which included 5 AA Staghound armoured cars. Now, there is a caveat on the AA Troop, as they weren't with the Regiment Headquarters throughout this entirety of time period. They do leave the regiment at some point, and we do cover that within the caveats later on. So, in summary, the Regiment Headquarters had the following: 3 Staghound armoured cars, 5 AA Staghound armoured cars, 1 white scout car, 13 Humber scout cars, 3 jeeps, 5 staff cars, 11 motorcycles, 11 3-ton lorries, 7 1500 weight trucks or lorries, 1 30 weight lorry. So, to visualise that, this would have been the summary for the Regiment Headquarters and the Headquarters Squadron, number of vehicles that would have been allocated to that. Moving on to caveats. So the first caveat is obviously covering the AA Troop, which you probably have seen starred throughout this presentation. So the AA Troop was removed from the regiment by December 1944, and it's possible it may still have been present in October 1944, as it may have been listed in the allocation tables elsewhere. The AA armoured cars weren't listed on the armoured car allocation charts, but they may have been recorded under anti-aircraft, and that's why we're not entirely sure whether the AA Troop was still with the regiment in October 1944. And just a caveat, just covering the Matador Troop that you saw right at the start, which we haven't really covered in this video, but it's just worth mentioning that the Matador Troop was created on the 4th of July 1944, but was removed from the regiment between October 1944 and December 1944. For more details on that, I'd recommend you go look into the Matador Troop video. References using War Wheels, which is a useful website page which covers a journal article from the 1990s, and it basically dives into the National Archives looking at the armoured car allocation tables, and also The Devil's Own by D.M. Hatton. This is basically a history of the regiment, and it does have some of the organisation tables in later appendixes. Well, that's all, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, cheerio.